Good afternoon, guys, and happy Monday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, it is just about 1 o'clock, and I told you guys that I was going to share with you my freezer dinners that I'm making for this week. I am going to make 10 freezer dinners with chicken, and then I'm also going to make my personal sized what's it called, the red lentil butternut squash curry or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but that's basically what it is. And then I am also making one non-freezer dinner for this week, but I'm going to do it in the crock pot. It's a vegetarian chili. So I have the ingredients out here for it, but I'm not going to, I'm just, like I said, not going to make that into a freezer dinner because I had most of the ingredients anyway, because I told you guys how we went through the cabinet and all that kind of stuff, and I was like, we have pinto beans, we have red kidney beans, we have black beans, and I was like, I'll just, you know, it's enough to make one of those dinners, so I just needed like a couple other things. So instead of making it into a freezer dinner, I am just going to make it into a just a regular, like, throw all the ingredients in the crock pot in the morning and it'll be done for dinner. So that is what I'm making. I think that's it. So I'm making 10 freezer dinners plus, like I said, the two like personal sized, or not two personal sized, but I'm doubling the recipe to make probably about 8 like personal sized of the butternut red lentil curry or whatever it's called, and then also to do one extra. So in total, all of these ingredients are going to make a total of, how many is that, 10, like 11, 12, 13 or so freezer dinners, because like I said, the curry is like a doubled recipe, but since it's going to be making the personal size ones, I think it will make 8. It might make more, but normally when I do, like, if I'm breaking a recipe down to make a personal sized ones for myself, then I will split it into 4 smaller, like instead of the big gallon size freezer bags like these ones, I'll do it in the smaller quart size, and I'll do 4 of those normally. So if it does have a little bit extra, I might make like 10, but we'll just see how that turns out. And I'm not sure if I'll actually get to that one tonight or today, because it's 1 o'clock. We do have football practice tonight, and it's only for an hour and a half though, so it shouldn't be that long. But I feel like if I get interrupted and then we have to go leave, I don't know if I'm gonna really feel like coming back and doing it again. So I do have dinner for tonight in the crock pot. It is actually a like pork and veggies in here. So in total this week I ended up buying, I think, like 11 pounds of chicken breast, and again that's gonna make 10 freezer dinners, and it was $1.29 a pound. So in total I ended up paying probably around like $13, $14 maybe. It was under 15 in total for all the chicken breasts, which was awesome. So, and again, that's going to be making 10 freezer dinners. So I'm stocking back up, guys, just because of all this stuff that we had in the pantry already is stuff that I want to use and get, again, used and get out of there. So this is everything, guys. This is all the stuff that I'm going to be using to make the freezer dinners for this week. I am going to be making 1 orange chicken, 1 sweet and sour chicken. Then I'm going to be making 2 chicken broccoli alfredos, 2 chicken or salsa chicken tacos, 2 of the chicken cacciatore, 2 of the green salsa chickens as well. So that is, like I said, all this stuff. This is just the canned stuff. I've also got like bell peppers I have to add, zucchini, onion, like salt, pepper, that kind of other spices and seasonings. But for the most part, guys, this is all like just the canned stuff that I'm going to need, because again, I want to get all this stuff out of the pantry since it's stuff that can go to make freezer dinners. So that's awesome. So I'm gonna get rolling on this. I'll update you guys throughout the day as I keep working on this and getting all this stuff made. These are the last 2 bags I finished up. I did chicken cacciatore. These 2 bags I'm gonna go take out to the freezer outside. This, like I said, I think, and 2 of these are what I'm gonna need for the vegetarian chili, and also I think the chicken broth, and then this stuff, these 2 cans, and then the 2 cans of the coconut milk, and then also this is actually gonna be the muffin mix for to do the cornbread with the chili. These 4 cans I'm going to need to make the curry. So with the exception of that, like I said, I wasn't sure that I was going to get to that. I don't really have enough time, and then this, like I said, is probably going to be all used for Wednesday, but I got these 2 bags all done, and then in the freezer in here I do have 4 bags that are outside. The chicken, the green salsa chicken, and then also the the other one. I can't remember what it was. The broccoli Alfredo chicken. But I got 2 bags of the salsa chicken in here, and then also the sweet and sour chicken and rice, which I'm going to move out to the freezer. I just wanted to leave it in here so I didn't have to take so many trips, and I can just finish it all up and then take everything out to the garage instead of trying to cook and then, you know, assemble the bags or whatever and then get them out to the freezer. So this way it's a little easier. Plus too, guys, I don't know if you've ever seen our inside of our new freezer. Yeah, I got a hot mess of stuff in here. It's actually not that much too, considering that stuff, it doesn't normally belong in here, but yeah. And then we got the second row of stuff up here too, and all of our ice and stuff. This stuff, honestly, I think my dad got like these cheese ravioli stuff. He hasn't even had it yet. Like, I don't even know. So yeah, it's just like some easy things to throw in the freezer. That's what we keep in here. Everything outside is like all the freezer dinner stuff and things like that. Our afternoon was a little bit more hectic because I ended up, after I ended the clip right before this one, I ended up coming in here and I watched, because I watched Scandal and Grey's Anatomy earlier, like this morning, and then I watched How to Get Away with Murder. Watched that like after I ended up making the freezer dinners because I wanted to have like a little bit of a snack and stuff like that, and just it was kind of a lunch because I really like had a late breakfast, and so kind of like lunch, and so I ended up doing that. And then all of a sudden my dad calls and he's like, the transmission on the car went out, which I don't know if I told you guys too, but before something ended up happening with my dad's like the back wheels or something like that, or the front wheels or something of his car. But anyway, so the transmission went out in my dad's car, so he had to like get a ride home. We weren't sure if he was going to make it to football practice. So then we ended up, Matthew actually drove us over to the place where my dad had got his car towed to, which was to one of the auto places, and ended up, you know, taking it there. So we picked him up from there and went straight to the high school to go to football practice. We had football practice tonight, guys. It was so freezing cold. Oh my gosh. I wore leggings under my jeans. I wore 2 pairs of socks. I wore what's it called, boots. I wore a thermal under the sweatshirt, then I wore the sweatshirt, then I wore my North Face, then I wore my vest over that. I had my earmuffs on. I had a pair of my North Face gloves on. I was wearing like 2 hoods. I was wearing this hood and then the one for my vest over that, guys. Oh my goodness, it was crazy cold out today. It was like 30 something or something like that. But if we do, we'll play on Saturday. I told you guys if we make it to Sunday, it's supposed to snow on Sunday. So I was like, this will be very interesting. But practice was like okay, but the kids were kind of distracted. Then we ended up doing a little scrimmage game kind of against one of the other teams that are still in it, because the team that's right below us is still in it, and then the gold varsity team is also in it. So the varsity gold team didn't have practice, or they didn't practice at the high school, and then the team that's right below us, I think that's like 103s or something like that, they ended up oh my gosh, Charlie, ended up having what's it called, practice at the high school. So we scrimmaged against them with like just kind of a little 2-hand touch kind of thing. It ran a couple plays and stuff like that, but we also only had 11 kids in total at practice. We were missing like a bunch of kids. So yeah, honestly though, I feel like it's some kids that like one of them didn't show up for practice. I mean, we only had 1 practice last week, but like didn't show up for that, then just decided to show up for the game. Like, and a handful of them too, like, well, one kid we knew was sick, but then like I feel like they just either are done with the season, or else they're just like showing up and like they will just show up for the game, but they don't care about coming to practices or whatever. So I mean, we're gonna make it pretty obvious. The kids that did want to come to practice and stuck it out and everything like that and were there are the ones that are gonna be rewarded in playing time. And the kids that wanted to, you know, didn't want to come in again, the freezing cold and stuff like that, and you know, because it was too cold for them to come out or whatever the case may be, just because it's the only thing that really makes sense. I mean, again, they missed Thursday practice last week. They missed Monday practice. If they also missed Tuesday, because we're only going to have today and tomorrow practice, they also missed tomorrow too. You know, it's kind of like, well, you know what, then you really don't want to play in the game on Sunday. So one kid too also had a birthday party that we knew. He was one of the coach's sons who we knew wasn't going to be there. And also we were missing one coach because the birthday party thing, he went to that too. And then one of our other coaches was sick. So we had another coach that he was sick last week and then wasn't at the game this week because he was on, I think he went to go see family or something like that. So he was there, and then it was just me, my dad, and Matthew. So, yeah, we have like no coaches or hardly anything. But yeah, so anyways, guys, I ended up not getting too much done once we got back from football, but I feel like honestly getting all those freezer dinners done was like was helpful, I guess. And then too, everybody had dinner for tonight and stuff like that. So yeah, I've got some more stuff to do tomorrow, but I feel like Wednesday, hopefully everything will be finished up. Like tomorrow I'll get done whatever I can as well. Wednesday everything should be finished up, and since we don't have football practice on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday of this week, you know, even if I do run into, you know, have to do something a little later in the week, it's okay. Because I can, you know, like I said, we won't have any more football practice. So just tomorrow, that's it for this week. And then we have our final game on Saturday if we win on Sunday as well. So yeah, guys, tomorrow will be the last football practice. Like, you know, which is weird because I already was like mentally done with football, and now I'm like, oh, we still have some, so still like that little inkling of like, there's a little football, but I feel like I'm not going to be quite as sad because I kind of grieved over the whole thing already. I mean, you know, I was just kind of done with it, and so, you know, like I moved past it, now I'm like, oh no, I'm back in here, and so, I don't know, and two, the practices haven't been quite as intense as they were in like the prior weeks, which maybe is a bad thing, maybe it's a good thing, but, you know, regardless though, I feel like it's not like super like intense practices like they were before, and so I feel like that's kind of already like done. And on top of that too, like we can't get mad at kids for not being at practice, because if they're done with the season, they're done with the season, like, you know. And so before we could just be like, well, then you're not going to play, you know, but if they still show up, we're not going to play them, because again, there's the kids like that just think that they can like come whenever they want to be like, oh yeah, I want to just play on the game and I don't want to be there for practice because it's too cold, or it's too, you know, it's too rainy out, or, you know, it's, you know, whatever, like practice is too difficult, but they'll come to the game. So we've had a handful of kids like that this season, and even last season too. And I mean, in all the years you have kids like that, but the kids that want to show up are the kids that play. So anyways, guys, I'm rambling on. I gotta get in the shower and head to bed, but I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, I'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.